Hey, it in the queue. So I'm Jared,
I'm Sean.
and we're drafting Fate Reforged-Khans-Khans, and I have no idea what this card is. Patukun, have
Well, I
fun.
know Fate Reforged, so you take the rare. So just
That's.
start off with that.
I mean, this seems good.
Yeah, that's the thing that you copy. It has dash and it copies the thing when you attack.
Yeah, it makes a token that copies a thing. So
Yeah.
we're going to call ourselves good idea, bad idea drafting. Good idea is Flame Rush Rider. What's bad idea?
Um. Any other card?
Well, not any other cards strictly. Like, there are decent cards in the pack. Grin Contest is playable. Reach of Shadows is playable. Rugged Highlands. I've heard that being a strategy. Like, just cut the lands from.
Yeah.
I I think we're going to go ahead and take the Flame Rush Rider, though. I like Cloud Form. Do you like Cloud Form?
Yeah. I mean, Cloudform is good. Being like Jeskai or Blue Red is one of the better
Ooh.
archetypes.
Um. So, counterpoint to that Merciless Executioner. Removal. It's a warrior. That's a warrior. We could try and, like, force the Warriors deck.
We could, but I think just having Cloudform is less an opportunity cost, and it just puts us in a better archetype because enemy colors are just better than ally colors.
One last point. Sandblast.
Mm.
Just take the removal.
Yeah, that's also true.
So the answer here is that I'm not a big fan of Jeskai or Mardu. I am a fan of Teamer. So I
Mm.
will take this in order to hedge into Teamer.
Reasonable.
Right into being is good.
Yeah. Other
Uh,
cards would be
oh,
Babe and Dragonfire, basically.
oh shit! I didn't even notice the Bathing Dragonfire. I was focusing on the Jin and the right into being, but yeah, there's argument for that. Dousing Gloom is also a good card, but we're not. You want to try
But
and force Grixis?
playing on color is a valuable thing to do,
But force Grixis in the wedge block.
and that's a bad idea.
Alright, so you're the good idea, I'm the bad idea. Removal?
I think we're taking turns.
Removal good? Like, I'm fine with the Jin. I think right into being goes down a bit more now that I see the Bathe in Dragonfire. But I think that's still a good choice. Uh Aven Surveyor versus Rage Form versus I don't know, Frontier Mastodon is okay, Soul Summons is okay. I don't know. I think that we have two decent cards in our colors that don't justify going like committing to our clan yet.
Yeah, I mean, we already have two fine red cards. I'm fine taking another red card because I like being able to play my spells.
So
And I don't feel like
riddle,
much of a need to like
riddle me
play another
this.
color since we don't have to.
Riddle me this. Flame
Yeah.
Strider puts a token onto the battlefield. If we copy Aven Surveyor, does does that work that we then get Aven Surveyor's ETB trigger? By the
Yeah,
way,
because it's entering the battlefield.
yeah, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure. I'm also just taking Aven Surveyor because it's good.
Yeah.
Um, Battle Battle Rage is actually a card I've been able to win with. Target creature with power two or less.
Valkyrie can be a legit card if we pick up some power.
Yeah, like we're not really in the Battle Rage deck. I honestly think it might be Formless Nurturing or Ethereal Ambush, and I like Formless Nurturing a bit more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um, Ethereal Ambush, it's two cards spread out and it's instant speed, so it's a combat trick. The thing I like about Formless Nurturing is that it's a +1/+1 counter. So while you get a Grey Ogre, you also get potential value in By the way, that's a late Typhoid Rats. But again, Grixis isn't a thing. But the +1/+1
Oh
counter,
yeah,
you get Outlast
yeah.
value. Um, I don't remember what half these cards do. I'm still getting used to the format.
Yeah, Sam.
So Shockmaw Dragon, it's just a full 4 flyer with occasional upside. Um, again, Crixus is open. I think for me it's between the Dragon and the Sky Captain. Um, Dragon is good top end. Sky Captain, it lets us stay open for Jeskai. There's also the Rune Mark.
I think Captain is better because, like, I would hope our top end is better than a 4/4 flyer.
Those dragons do work actually. Like if
Yeah,
I played the format enough now that I'm absolutely willing to take those dragons because they just do work. Whisper of the Wilds versus Jeskai Sage
um,
versus Black is still super open.
we only have. I mean, wow.
I'm flagging the
I mean,
Sage
if
room.
we're gonna beat green, then we should take the mana work.
Fine. You don't have to convince me for that. The argument against that, I'm just gonna go ahead and sideboard that. What the fuck is up
Yeah.
with Black in this draft?
No one wants to.
Uh, as much as I like Foremost Nurturing, and I'm okay with Map the Waste, I think we want the land.
Yeah. I like being able to play my spells.
Shifting Loyalties is apparently a good card.
Yeah.
I've
I
yet to
mean,
play
it's
with it.
better than anything else here. Well,
The Archers could be nice, but for the fact they have Defender. Also, they died to just
Yeah.
about anything.
yeah, they don't actually do anything.
Yeah, I don't think we want to. I don't think White's open. And more importantly, I think even if it is, we don't want the Abzan Rune Mark, and everything else there is just kind of
No.
bad. Jeskai
Yeah.
Sage
Yeah.
or Temur Rune. Well, yeah, Temur Rune Mark. Take the creature.
Yeah. Fate Recruiter does like everything you would ask a creature to do.
I think for me it's between the guide and the wastes, and I think I want the guide more than I want the wastes.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'll just flag the thing that's kind of removal. I don't think we're playing any of these cards.
Yeah. I
So
also don't know what these cards do.
I mean, Marshall Sutcliffe says it's a card. Can be a card. Get out. Counterspell versus Big Thing. I think I'll take the Big Thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I cut something we actually wanted to play instead of cutting. Damn it! I am the worst at Magic Online. So I was musing earlier this weekend, because we're recording this on Monday. I was musing earlier this weekend that depending on how Dragons of Tarkir, Dragons of Tarkir shapes up and how the format shapes up. Give me a second, I'll finish that thought. Is it the rare here?
What was that do again?
So you reveal 8 cards. You reveal top 8 cards. You get a creature from among them onto the battlefield, and then the rest of the cards go in your graveyard. If you have Ferocious, you get two of those creatures onto the battlefield.
That seems like it would be a fun card, nothing else.
So you're back to being the bad idea. But on the other hand,
Yeah.
like the only other things here, Glacial Stalker is okay, but like doesn't excite me. Thornwood Falls for the fixing is a plan, and then I guess the Grizzly, which I'm not happy first picking the Grizzly.
Yeah.
and then possibly Tormenting Voice, but since we're also pretty much in blue, like I'm not even sure we're in red anymore, but I still think we're in blue, and the blue says that we'll get better card draw than Tormenting Voice.
Yeah, and even if we don't, Tormenting Voice will probably come around later.
True. Uh? Uh? Crippling chill, right?
Uh,
I mean, after that, it's going to be like Dragon Scale Boon or Wetland Sandbar.
yeah, I'm just not sure if Crippling Chill is better than Dragon Scale Bone.
I think Dragon Scale Boon will come. I think Dragon Scale Boon can come back around. Roar Challenge is also a card, but I think I'd rather just have like another piece of control / removal. Also, it's card draw.
Are we really?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So, anyways, what I was saying earlier about Dragon's Tarkir and Crux of Fate is that, like, currently the dream with Crux of Fate is that you get a dragon on the battlefield and then cast it, and then go blow up all non-dragons. I have a 4/4 flyer and you have nothing. I was thinking that depending on how Dragon's Tarkir shapes up, you could have the reverse scenario be the dream, that you want to just blow up all the dragons because everything's a dragon, and then wind up with, whatever isn't whatever non-dragon creature you have, like this, or, so Abomination, right? Shift into 5-color?
I think that ship sailed.
Like
Speaking
this
of
ship?
ships and sailing, yeah.
Only other thing... Are we in red?
At some point we need creatures.
I mean, the other count is not quite right because we got Formless Nurturing, and we have Cloud Form, so it's actually 8 creatures that we currently have. And, like, in the corner case scenarios of, like, you don't have a deck and this isn't relevant anymore, I don't think that an actual creature would have won you the game.
True, but I'm just saying, in general, we should pick up some creatures at some point.
Well, we haven't had good creatures. So, going back to what I was saying earlier, here's Fixing. Are we actually in red? Our 2 red cards are good, but are we in red?
If we're not in red, what are we taking? Do we like try to ship into full time like take Archer's Parapet?
Sagu Archer is a card.
Sure.
Like, Sagu Archer was already pretty okay in Khans to begin with, and in Dragons. He just deals with the dragons.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, I think we just take Sagu Archer because we need that more than we need the Fixing.
Oh, we already have one Saltwater Cliff, don't we?
Yeah.
Jeskai Wind Scout?
Yeah.
I'm going to put, well, I was going to say I'm going to put our red aside for right now, until, like, we have evidence that we're in red. Bringlow's a good enough card.
Yeah.
Also, the only other thing in here that we'd play is Embodiment of Spring, since we're actually in Embodiment of Spring colors.
But even then, Environment Spring's not that good, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, he's at least on color in comparison to anything else here. Like, best cards here are probably Bringlow on the Krumar. My mouth doesn't make those can't shape those sounds. Mentor blocks a thing, fetches us to our things. Alternatively, we're already playing, 7-drop, 6-drop, 6-drop Tusk Colossadon.
No.
Yeah, I'm not quite at Tusk Colossadon desperate yet. Foil Mountain?
We can take an actual card.
Scaldkin, I guess, is like the best thing here. Beat the Clan is good if
Yeah.
you go late. I mean, Treasure Cruise is great, but we already have one.
Yeah, I mean, we should at least take an actual card so someone else can get
And
it instead
again,
of,
like
playing to the margins or something.
we have a decent black card here.
Yeah, yeah.
And as much as I was joking about going Grixis, we could have been Sultai. I want the fixing more than I want the Stalker, I think.
Yeah.
Is is that right?
I don't know. I don't like being able to cast my spells. It helps me do that.
I think we have a good chance of seeing another Glacial Stalker. I think fixing gets iffy in Pack 3. I assume that you were fine with the
Yeah.
sandbar right there. Alright, now I'm taking the Colossadon just because there's nothing
Yeah.
else. We already have a different card to deal with an artifact if one becomes relevant, and I don't know what that relevant artifact is.
Ugin's construct can be a thing.
What can?
Ugin's construct.
Yeah, no, that's actually like the card that I would bring in artifact removal for. And even then, I'd need to see like two of them before I'd go, alright, now I need a sideboard. I'm gonna grab Blinding Spray in case we see like the token deck, just because we already have one
Yeah.
mentor. Can I take it?
Yeah.
I am so unbelievably happy. Cut the card, but I mean, alt art value. I don't think I've ever paid attention to the lands and the basic lands and cons, but these actually look pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still a fan of Ravnica, but
No,
they
yeah.
do work. What was that?
So it's a 5/6 flyer for 6. It unmorphs for 7, and when it's turn face up, return all other tapped creatures to their owner's hands. Which I'm
Okay, so it is a hot mini bench.
yeah.
I just couldn't see it because he immediately hovered over it.
Gotcha. Sorry. I mean we have good uncommons
Oh,
here.
good.
I'd be fine with Arc Lightning or Bear's Companion,
Yeah.
but Thousand Winds is just good.
Thing we can use to win the game.
Clever Impersonator.
Is that good?
I've seen it do work.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
I,
I mean, it's either that or Winter Flame. I don't think we're a Horpling Outburst deck.
yeah, no.
Long Shot Squad.
I mean, Squad. They're good cards here, but I just think this is a good enough card.
Yeah.
I mean, like we. First of all, I'm cutting the Tusk Colossadon because we're at 22 now. Aerostorm versus Force Away.
Aerostorm.
I guess it could also be the Savants, but I think given the fact
Yeah.
that we actually have 15 creatures that like we're fine on creature spells.
Yeah, how many playables do we have right now?
I mean,
Well, how many cards do we not have in our sideboard already?
we have 22 sitting here currently. We have cards that can be cut. Like if the War Priest here, or whatever this thing is, becomes a if that were to become like a Loxodon, the big Loxodon thing, I'd be totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Dragon Scale Boon.
Yeah. Other cards would be Warshrieker, basically.
Yeah, War Shrieker, which is okay. I mean, Witness of Ages is okay, but I'm actually having played it a couple of times now, and I'm none too happy to run it.
Yeah, we're also
Snowhorn
not really
Rider.
that aggressive, so.
Yeah, no Snowhorn Rider. Oh, Charm.
Yeah, that'll do.
So Dragon Throne of Tarkir. Windstorm. So, early aggression versus draw a card and kill a thing. Hopefully kill a thing.
I like killing things and drawing cards.
So frustratingly enough, we wound up with the creature base that I'd be totally fine running a Map the Waste in. This is like the first Fate Reforged draft I've done where I'm not running a Map the Waste, and this is like, yeah, no, I can reliably hit a creature on turn 2, I believe.
Hmm.
In my in one of the pre-release games I've played, so first of all, black is open.
Yeah,
Second
we
of all,
talked
absent got. I still feel like we did fine. So here's the thing: We Fate's totally a good card. Enoch Tracker, I'm not too happy with. Banner. We actually have high drops that we want to be ramping up into.
Yeah.
You don't have enough time to stop me on this one. Like, we have card draw for, so that we don't need Weave Fate, and I don't like Enoch Tracker. It's never done me anything. It hurts me to pass incremental growth. Snowhorn Rider.
Yeah.
Instantly cutting that also completely negates everything I was saying about taking the banner. I was so happy to get the Flame Rush Rider because I was thinking maybe I'll finally force the Warriors deck. I would love to play the Warriors deck. And then we just wind up incompletely not the. That is super late. And we just wind up incompletely not the Warriors deck cards. Is there value in Disdainful Stroke over Awaken the Bear?
And that disdainful stroke stops us from dealing with things that we can't otherwise, yeah.
Is there a good argument that you're going to say, take the Disdainful Stroke?
I'd like to have the disdainful stroke. I'm not sure if it's better than Awaken there.
Well, we're taking Awaken the Bear. Hello.
Yep.
That's a bad card. This is technically playable. I don't. There's a fourth pack, right? We still have a chance to get a.
Better than everything else there.
Yeah, there's a fourth pack, right? We still have a chance to get Secret Plans, right?
No.
Please?
No.
Fine. Yeah, sure. Cranial Archive. Maybe we find someone who's going super deep into Sultai.
Or we just go super grindy and we need to count deck ourselves.
Naturalize versus Scaldkin, I'm just taking the Naturalize.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that guy who is running 2 Ugin Construct. You can have the Blazebringer. If you run it, that's on you.
That is certainly one school of thought to drafting. Give your opponents the opportunity to play bad cards.
Okay. I assume that the 4 on-colored cards that we drafted that I have not put into this deck, you are fine keeping out of the deck. Like,
yeah, let's
the War Beast is...
separate the creatures from non-creatures.
Huh?
Separate the creatures from non-creatures.
Yeah. Group features separately. Alright. You go down here.
And then...
You go down here. You actually go up here. I just realized the long shot squad moved over instead of the archer. You go up here. So I definitely think that we have way too many. That can go. Blinding Spray can go.
Yeah.
I think the banner can go at this point.
Yeah.
see. We have. So, we are actually currently at. Let me just make sure of something before I say something. 6, 11, 14, 16, 17. Alright, so we're actually currently at 17 creatures. I don't like these two. This would bring us down to 15 creatures. For the broad definition of creatures where Cloud Form and Formless Nurturing count as creatures. Are you fine with me cutting the Kintry Warden and the Scaldkin?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're a little creature-light, but I think it's justifiable.
Well, we also don't need one drop, so we're not, like, trying to do rage shenanigans, right? So that's fine.
I mean, the thing you would probably do with the Kintry Warden is, you morph it, but, like, there isn't...
We have so many free drops, so totally irrelevant to us.
Alright, so things that we... I think the rest of the last 4 of our cuts should come from down here. I think...
Yeah.
God damn it. Bring Low, Aerostorm, Mask the Way, Bathe in Dragonfire. Technically, possibly Team Charm. I think that's enough removal that I'm going to cut the Aerostorm for right now. Like, to me, it's between Aerostorm and Master the Way, and, like, I kind of prefer the card draw on Master the Way over the extra damage on the guaranteed damage on Aerostorm.
Yeah. How much does Bathe in Dragonfire do again?
Bathe is 4 to a creature. Bathe is super good. We don't cut Bathe.
Right.
Bring Low is 3 unless it has a +1 sun counter on it, in which case it's 5. And it's the only one we have at instant speed, so it gets to stay in. Charm is just a fight, possibly. It can also be a counter spell. It can also be a falter. So
I just like having Aerostorm for the reach, and that like if we get our opponents down to 5, then they're basically get to it.
That is an argument for keeping it, but so we don't cut one of the burn spells. What do we cut? Because I think all of our cuts come from down here at this point.
Yeah.
I think Shifting Loyalties can go. I think because we have the Clever Impersonator, like Shifting Loyalties, you exchange your low drop for their bomb. We can just get their bomb.
Yeah. Also, if they have like bombs, we can just bring it in out of the board.
Yeah. I don't think I really like Dragon Scale Boon in this deck. I am like open to.
Should we keep CV unwritten?
Huh?
Should we keep CV unwritten? Like, is that actually something that we're going to do? Are we living a dream?
Like, I can see it doing work for us, because, like, we'll hit a thing, but, like, the things that we're looking to hit, like, we don't have a whole lot of targets. Also, I don't think we're triggering, Ferocious all that much. So, like, these are the things that would, like, save us in a pinch. That if we, like, go, oh, see the Unwritten, this is what we're looking for, I don't like our chances of hitting 2 of them if we have, like... Alright, so I'm going for, like, full value here, but... Yeah, I guess we cut see the Unwritten.
Yeah, it's not a matter of, like, we're trying to just think of the best case scenario. It's a matter of, like, the worst case scenario for us is going to be a lot more often than the best case scenario.
Yeah. Like, it digs you to an answer, but, I mean, yeah. I think our last 2 cuts are the Aerostorm and the Boon. I am willing to consider Master the Way and the Boon, but I think those are 2... I think that those are our 3 worst cards that are down here.
I think I like Aerostorm more than Boon.
You like... So Boon's definitely going at this point.
Yeah.
So then, unless we think that this is a 17 land deck, and I don't think that I think that we are too spread out across the three colors that we can't afford to be a 17 lander. We need to find one more thing to cut.
Uh, covered by Crippling Chill?
Huh?
What's the card covered by Crippling Chill?
Awaken the Bear.
Right.
And I think that we like Awaken the Bear too much to let that go. We're down to... well... So these are our combat tricks, by the way, so I don't think we can cut any of these.
Hmm.
Except for maybe Teamer Charms, just because I think it's a weak one of the charms. I think it is between these two.
I mean, let's just. I don't think Teamer Charm does that much for us. Like, it's a 3-mana leak, best case scenario, and we don't have great fixing, so just casting is going to be a bit tricky.
I'll cut it. I am easily convinced.
Combine. And then I have no idea how to build a mana base.
That's fine. This part I can do. Sort by color. So we've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blue sort, 15 blue pips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
okay.
7, 8 red, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green. So what Magic Online suggests would leave us with 10 blue, 5 red, 5 green, and one of those, and then we'd also have the mana dork. As much as I think we need, like, as much as, I
think that works.
Like, we have a double blue card that we want on curve, basically. Oh, we got less than a minute. That's 8 blue for umpteen